Are you tired of constantly trying to fit into society's narrow definitions of what it means to be a real man or a proper woman? Do you ever feel like you're trapped in the simple silly sissy trap, where your true self is hidden beneath layers of societal expectations and stereotypes? If so, you're not alone. The simple silly sissy trap is a cultural construct that shackles individuals with rigid gender roles, stifling their authenticity and preventing personal growth. It entices us with an illusion of acceptance and belonging, but behind its facade lies conformity at the cost of our genuine selves. We are pressured to adhere to certain behaviors, preferences, careers, and even appearances simply because they align with societal norms. In this trap, we become mere actors playing prescribed roles rather than embracing our true identities. But fear not, there is hope for breaking free from this suffocating trap and living life on your own terms. By understanding how society conditions us into these roles and finding the strength to challenge them, we can embark on a journey towards self-discovery and authentic living. Join me as we unveil the secrets behind the simple silly sissy trap and discover practical ways to break free from it once and for all. It's time to embrace who we truly are without shame or judgment. Let's dive in. From the moment we are born, society begins conditioning us to conform to rigid gender roles and expectations. This process starts innocently enough, with family members showering us with pink or blue blankets and toys based on our biological sex. As we grow older, media messages bombard us with images of what it means to be a real man or a proper woman. Education systems further reinforce these stereotypes by segregating activities based on gender, subtly dictating what is acceptable behavior for boys versus girls. It is no wonder then that many individuals find themselves trapped in the simple silly sissy trap, a prison of conformity built upon fear of judgment and social consequences. Men are discouraged from showing vulnerability or expressing emotions other than anger. Anything less is deemed weak or unmanly. Women are pressured into fitting into narrow definitions of beauty and femininity, constantly striving for perfection in appearance and behavior. Consider the countless television commercials depicting men as macho heroes while women must always prioritize their looks above all else. Think about how often you've heard phrases like "boys don't cry" or "girls should play with dolls," reinforcing limiting beliefs that stifle individuality. It becomes clear that there are deep-rooted societal influences at play here, leading individuals down a path far removed from authenticity. Breaking free from this trap requires recognizing these societal conditioning mechanisms for what they truly are: outdated constructs meant to control rather than empower individuals. By acknowledging the ways in which society perpetuates unrealistic ideals through various channels such as media, family upbringing, and education systems, we can start unraveling the constraints placed upon us. Through awareness comes empowerment and opportunity to challenge these norms head-on and embrace our true selves without fear of judgment or consequence. Living within the confines of the simple silly sissy trap can have devastating consequences for our mental health. Society's rigid expectations force us to suppress our true selves and conform to unrealistic gender norms, leading to a host of negative emotions and feelings of inadequacy. Men who feel trapped in this cycle often experience low self-esteem, constantly questioning their worthiness as they strive to meet society's impossible standards. The pressure to adhere to stereotypical masculine behaviors can cause severe emotional distress, ultimately leading many men down a path towards depression and anxiety. Suppressing our authentic selves takes an immense toll on our mental well-being. We lose touch with who we truly are, burying our desires and dreams under layers of societal expectations that suffocate us. Beyond the impact on mental health, living in the simple silly sissy trap robs us of valuable opportunities for personal growth and self-discovery. By conforming to gender stereotypes, we limit ourselves and miss out on exploring parts of our identity that may not align with traditional norms. Our potential for growth stagnates as we focus solely on fitting into society's predefined boxes, denying ourselves the chance for genuine happiness and fulfillment. Breaking free from this trap means reclaiming control over our own lives. Embracing authenticity allows room for exploration, expansion, and evolution that lead us towards true self-discovery. Letting go of society's expectations will open doors we never knew existed. Paths filled with passion, purpose, and unapologetic joy await those courageous enough to embrace authenticity. In a world that constantly bombards us with messages about how we should look, act, and behave based on our gender, it can be incredibly difficult to break free from these societal expectations. However, embracing authenticity begins with questioning the very foundation of these norms and recognizing them for what they truly are: arbitrary constructs designed to keep us confined in a box. One practical strategy to challenge societal expectations is by consciously examining the biases we have internalized. We've been conditioned since childhood to believe certain things about gender: that men should be strong and emotionless, and women should be nurturing and submissive. By acknowledging these biases within ourselves, we can begin to question their validity. Are these beliefs serving us? Do they align with who we truly are as individuals? Taking this step allows us to start reshaping our own narratives away from society's prescribed roles. Another powerful way to break free from the simple silly sissy trap is by seeking out alternative perspectives and role models. Surrounding ourselves with diverse voices helps expand our understanding of what it means to be authentic beyond traditional binary notions of femininity or masculinity. Engaging in conversations with people who challenge conventional norms opens up new possibilities for self-expression and provides a supportive community along the journey of self-discovery. Remember, breaking free from the simple silly sissy trap requires courage and resilience. It might not happen overnight, but every small step towards living authentically brings you closer to genuine happiness and fulfillment. So take that leap of faith, shed those societal shackles, embrace your true self. The world needs more individuals who refuse to conform blindly, individuals brave enough to pave their own paths toward authenticity. In a world that often praises stoicism and emotional detachment, vulnerability is often seen as a weakness. However, embracing vulnerability can be the key to breaking free from the simple silly sissy trap. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we are being authentic by embracing our true emotions and desires without fear of judgment or rejection. It takes immense courage to veer away from societal expectations and show our true selves to the world. Yet, it is precisely through vulnerability that we find strength in authenticity. Think of those who have defied gender norms throughout history. Individuals like Marsha P. Johnson and Harvey Milk, they embody this courage by refusing to conform despite facing tremendous opposition. By sharing their stories, struggles, and triumphs, they inspire others to do the same, revealing that behind their vulnerability lies incredible power for personal growth and social change. Their bravery reminds us that there is nothing silly or sissy about embracing authenticity. On the contrary, it demands profound strength and resilience against societal pressures. So let us challenge ourselves to embrace vulnerability with open arms as we break free from the simple silly sissy trap. By doing so, not only will we discover our authentic selves but also pave the way for others seeking liberation from society's shackles of conformity. It is through these acts of defiance rooted in vulnerable moments that genuine transformation occurs, both within ourselves and within society itself. In breaking free from the simple silly sissy trap and embracing authenticity, it is crucial to surround yourself with supportive communities that celebrate individuality. These communities can provide validation, encouragement, and a safe space where you can freely express your true self without fear of judgment or rejection. Seeking out like-minded individuals who share similar experiences or struggles can be immensely beneficial. Joining support groups dedicated to gender identity exploration or attending events centered around breaking gender norms can help connect you with people who understand and appreciate your journey. Look for online forums, social media groups, or local organizations that offer resources and spaces for open discussions. These communities not only serve as sources of emotional support but also play a pivotal role in challenging societal expectations by providing concrete examples of individuals who have successfully broken free from the confines of traditional gender roles. Sharing personal stories, experiences, and insights within these networks helps create an atmosphere where authenticity is celebrated rather than suppressed. Remember that building supportive communities takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself as you navigate this process and recognize that finding acceptance may not happen overnight. It's about creating connections based on mutual respect while actively seeking out opportunities to engage others authentically without compromising who you truly are, which ultimately helps break down the barriers imposed by society's expectations. The journey toward authenticity becomes more bearable when we have allies standing beside us, offering guidance through their own experiences and helping us see our unique beauty beyond societal definitions of masculinity or femininity. Building strong connections within these supportive networks creates spaces where individuality thrives. like a garden nourished with diverse perspectives on identity cultivation. Throughout this video, we've taken a deep dive into the simple Silly Sissy Trap and explored its impact on personal growth and authenticity. We've discussed how societal expectations can lead to conformity, stifling our true selves and preventing us from living authentically. But breaking free from this trap isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery. It requires introspection, self-acceptance, and compassion for ourselves and others who may be trapped in their own societal expectations. As we navigate through life, let us remember that embracing authenticity is not about rebellion or forsaking all societal norms. Instead, it's about carving our unique path while remaining true to ourselves. It's about seeking fulfillment by honoring our values and desires instead of succumbing to external pressures. In breaking free from the simple Silly Sissy Trap, we have the opportunity to create a more inclusive society, one that celebrates diversity rather than limiting it. By embracing authenticity in ourselves and supporting others on their journeys, we contribute to a world where everyone is free to be themselves without fear or judgment. So take that first step today. Embrace your authentic self with open arms and break down those barriers erected by society. Let your uniqueness shine brightly as you inspire others around you to do the same. Remember, when we live authentically, we become agents of positive change in both our lives and the world around us.